Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I want to talk about Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. And this book is huge. It is 800 pages. It is quite a lot, and it took me a while to finish because I was also trying to write for NaNoWriMo, so it took me a while, but it's okay because lesbians. So I'll read the synopsis to you now. A world divided, a queendom without an heir, an ancient enemy awakes. And I think that's like it for them. Okay, first I'll talk about my pros, then my cons, and then what I gave it overall. So for my pros, I love women. There were so many powerful women in this story. It was so good. Samantha Shannon gets it. She gets it. And Ede was my favourite. She's one of my favourite protagonists ever now. Like, what a gal. Samantha Shannon did a really good job on the world building. Like, you could tell she put so much time into it. Like, the world was so full. Every place you went to was full of culture and history. Like, there was so much depth to it. Mwah, beautiful. I especially love that because this is like a big world. There's two different continents. Even in the one continent, there is a big difference between the religions. Like, it's not just one. Which I think is important because a lot of fantasy worlds forget that we have a very wide range of religions, and fantasy worlds are going to have that too. They're not going to all believe in the same thing, and they're all going to believe in different things. And I think they were smart. Loth and Kit's friendship, mwah, I loved it. I loved Kit. I thought he was very cool, and I love platonic friendships between people of the same gender. I love platonic friendships. This is no different. I think people need to write friendships better. At the beginning, I was not at all interested in Tane's story. Is that how you say it? I'm not sure, I'm sorry. I did not care about her. But I grew to actually want to know what happened with her and if she died, so good job on making me care eventually. Ede is the love of my life. I loved her depth, her complexity. I loved that she wasn't perfect. She was a very stubborn person. Oh, loved it. Also, I love lesbians, so she automatically gets a star there for me. Yeah, Sabran and Ede, loved them. I loved all like how it was instantaneous. There were all these little moments with them beforehand, like, you know, the rose under the pillow and like hand touches, and how Ede was not at all afraid to tell her the truth and be a bitch because it was hot. Also. Candle dance? That is, you need to learn from that. That was, candle dance. Platonic friendships. There were so many. I loved them so much. I love all that. Also, next is the changing perceptions on East versus West was very well done. You got to see the different cultures, how like different trade, how what they were scared of was different, what they feared was different, and because they weren't combined, you got to see the bits of information that each had that were different, and you could see the bigger picture before they did. I mean, if you're smart, which I'm not, but yeah, you get to put the pieces together from each side, and you're like, oh my god, whoa. And you can see like how people have to join together to care about each other. This is gonna be spoilers, so put it here, one to skip to. Nothing makes me happier in a story when it goes the end the monarchy route. And I love Sab for that. She was like, I might roll for a bit, but I also might do something else with it. I'm like, oh, I love that. Fuck the monarchy. We're not getting into this again. My November wrap-up had enough of my fuck the monarchy rant, but fuck the monarchy. Okay, now let's get into my cons. Holy shit. This is a beast to slog. It is a lot. There is a lot. It is not that concise. Like, it takes a while to get into, like, the first 100, 150 pages take you a hot minute. Oh, Samantha. She loves to use lots of made up words. Just like, you know, many like places and religion stuff, but She uses them without explanation at first, and you're like, what does that mean? But it's fine. I didn't understand what some of the creatures were or looked like. That might have been me skipping descriptions, but I didn't understand some of them. Like, you've got like obviously lots of normal animals that we usually have, but you also had like lizard things, not dragons. I understand dragons, but other things I didn't understand. That I'm like, the dragons were boring. Also, you had dragons, and you made them boring. The fire-breathing ones were okay, but they were like, they're all like that. They're all like, nameless one. If you're gonna give them sentience and that they can talk, you gotta give them a bit of a consciousness, so then like, I don't know, have different opinions. Also the water dragons. I mean, I liked Tane's dragon, but the other ones, we didn't hear anything about them. But I like that they were like, well, they weren't human, they were gods, they were like immortal, but they had emotions, and I think that's important. For the first half of the novel, I was not interested in Tane's arc, I told her this before, and then for a big portion of it, I did not care about Nicolae's. Nicolae's it's not that he wasn't interesting, it's just nothing interesting was really happening to him for a good long while. The final battle was a huge letdown. Like, you've got 700 pages of build-up, 700 pages of build-up to get to this final big battle, and it is 20 pages long and disappointing. You could have done so much better with that. It was, you had so many things to work with. Okay, now I'm going to get into spoilers again. Skip to here to avoid them if you have not read this or do not care. Kit's death, while better than a certain someone's, was still barely meant anything. He still didn't mean enough to me for me to care. He was nice, I was getting to enjoy him, but not enough. Also, what an anticlimactic way to die. Having some rocks fall in an earthquake in a land with dragons, and you kill someone with an earthquake? Disappointing. The jewels. I was confused. I thought that what you did was you trapped him with the jewels and then stabbed him, but apparently you stab him, then trap him with the jewels. But if you stabbed him and killed him, what's the point of trapping him with the jewels? I don't get it. And I didn't get what they could do, because Tane could do all this weird shit, but he never did anything with them. I don't get it. Nicolae's change of heart was very sudden. All of a sudden, he was like, for most of the novel, like, hellbent on revenge on Sabran. He got onto that boat like, I'm gonna kill Eid. And then suddenly he's like breaking down crying. It didn't make sense. What? Why? Why did he do that? Why did his heart suddenly change? I don't get it. Like, the whole novel he was bitter and bound on revenge, and suddenly he's like, I'm a good guy now. I don't get it. You should have kept him evil. I think that would be very sexy if you kept him evil. Well, he wasn't evil, but he was complicated. I did like him as a character. He was very complicated. I just think Samantha could have written his actions better. Inside his mind was very weird, but like the things that happened to and around him were a bit... Okay. That is all. It is all. Overall, I did really like this novel. I was gonna give it 5 out of 5 stars because lesbians, but I didn't. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, purely because of that ending. If she had done something right with that battle, it would have been 5. My cons would have been overlooked, but sorry, Samantha. Alright, this is also a disclaimer. This is not related to novel, but I have stopped doing the Hiraimo because I completely changed my idea, and I decided I didn't want to write it like that. I wanted to write it in 3rd person, not 1st person, and I want to change the plot completely, and I had to force myself to write every day, so I've given up, so I have more time for reading now. I will be writing just not for NaNoWriMo. So, thank you. Alright guys, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and follow my socials down in the comments below. Make sure to watch some of my other reviews. Alright, see yous. Peace out.